Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk in 2016. That same year, 2016, Texas A&M student Nolan Arbaugh was left paralyzed from his shoulders down after a swimming accident. That accident changed his world forever. But thanks to Musk, Nolan became the first ever recipient of the Neuralink brain chip and got control back of his life. Here's how it works. It's designed to replace a small portion of the skull, and it fits under the patient's skin. Small needle threads are then inserted to allow for two-way communication between the implant and the brain. The chip can then communicate with outside devices. I had the chance to talk to Nolan directly and hear firsthand his story. I wanted to share it with you. Here's our conversation. Nolan, thanks so much for being with us here today. I feel like I'm looking at a modern medical miracle here in talking to you. Tell us how this has changed your life.
It's kind of hard to put into words, honestly. Before Neuralink, I just wasn't really doing much. Wasn't getting out of my house. I wasn't being able to communicate with the world. I wasn't having a lot of fun. I was just kind of lying around doing a whole lot of nothing. And after Neuralink, I feel like I have a purpose. I feel like I can do anything. I feel like I can find work. I feel like I could go back to school if I wanted, just become a functioning member of society. I've reconnected with a lot of my friends and family. I've reconnected with the world. It's been an incredible journey, and I am incredibly grateful. I feel super blessed.
So, Nolan, so that everybody at home understands exactly how this Neuralink device works, you don't have control of your arms or your legs, so you had an inability to operate a computer, I would assume, prior to Neuralink. So now you can simply think something, and the computer will synchronize with your thoughts?
Yeah, it's maybe not as simple as that, I guess. I think a lot of people think that I can control a computer by thinking, open this application, or, do this, type that, do that, and the computer will just sort of make it happen. I have control of a cursor, so I move a cursor around, and I can click, left click, right click, middle click, move around a computer and do that. I have a little virtual keyboard that I use, and so that's how I control the computer. But it's all with my thoughts. I just think where I want the cursor to go. I think where I want it to click, and it listens.
That's incredible. I feel like, Nolan, I've seen perhaps other stories of people that have learned to use their eyes or cursors that track their eye movements, but that's not what you have to do. You can simply think, and the Neuralink then will make the cursor do whatever it is you think.
Yeah. I think a lot of people think it's like an eye tracker. There are certain devices that will, just track your eye movement, and then you can control like a computer or a tablet that way. That's not how this works. I can be looking off to the left or right, hold conversations with people, and be moving the cursor around. It's all with my thoughts, so it doesn't have anything to do with my eyes. I can close my eyes and it works. I've actually fallen asleep a couple of times, and it'll still move around the computer and click on things. So yeah, it's all through my motor cortex in my brain, and all of those neurons firing with machine learning and AI. It's syncs up, and that's how I control the computer.
Nolan, did it take training for you to learn how to use Neuralink?
Yeah, it's it's very intuitive. I think people, if they decide to get it in the future, will be surprised at how easy it is to use. There is a learning curve, if you will. You calibrate the implant. So you do certain things, do certain actions, and think certain things, and over time the algorithm will learn your intentions and give you control. It was pretty simple. It's come a long way since I first used it. It was taking me a bit longer, but nowadays it's very, very easy, and I can only imagine how much easier it'll be when it becomes public.
So you mentioned to us earlier, Nolan, that you may go back to school. You may be able now to get a job. I'm curious, what would you say to the guys at Neuralink? What would you say to Elon Musk?
I mean, I'm just beyond grateful. It's an incredible privilege to be a part of this, and have someone like Elon Musk, one of the most powerful men in the world, so involved, so interested in affecting my life and people with disabilities right now. I just can't even put it into words. And the guys and gals at Neuralink, they are the hardest workers that I've ever met in my life, and they have such passion for helping people. So I just want to say thank you to all of them. They have changed my life in ways that they may never fully understand, and I don't think I could ever thank them enough for all that they've done for me.
Well, I said at the outset, Nolan, I feel like I'm talking to a modern medical miracle, and we appreciate you sharing your story with us here. Thank you, Nolan.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.